6 a.m, Mamelodi East, outside Pretoria. It's midweek and residents here begin their routine. A short walk to the taxi rank, a few minutes wait. And they're off to work in the city 45 minutes away. It's not easy for everyone. This 30-year-old man faces a daily challenge. It takes him almost 2 hours to get to the same place.
My name is Part1. I live in Mamelodi East, Pretoria. It's phase 1. It's an informal settlement.
Part1 is a paraplegic. 10 years ago, he was shot in the back after withdrawing 200 rand from an ATM in Mamelodi. He will never walk again, and he's forced to use a wheelchair to travel this dirt road every day.
It's quite difficult as the wheelchair will sink because of the mud. And then also, in the morning, like if you wanna, as I'm now employed, then going to work, it's quite difficult as, this road, it's full of, potholes, that makes it difficult for me to maneuver.
On any given day, it'll take Part1 10 minutes to travel just 500 meters of dirt road. On a rainy day, even longer. And the rain is not the only problem.
I feel, it's important, to sensitize, the so-called able-bodied people in terms of disability. As there are some of my neighbors, who pour water, dirty water on the street. That makes it difficult, for me to push my wheelchair.
Part1 makes it to the main road. It's time to catch a lift. The wait could take hours.
I still have, a problem with taxis. As not all of them will stop and pick you. Most of them, they will just if they see you signing, they will first, the opposite direction, just to ignore you. And others, then they will stop. If maybe there's an able-bodied person closer to you or a meter from you, they'll stop and pick that person right inside the road, because they know exactly that I can't push my wheelchair right to the road, Then it's another problem.
Today, Part1 is lucky. 2 taxis pass by. Half an hour later, this clearly impatient driver stops. Noticing our camera, he actually gets out of the taxi to help Part1. It's a rare occurrence. It's not always so easy. In December last year, he was on his way for a regular checkup at the Pretoria Academic Hospital.
Then I signed a taxi. Then the taxi, pulled over. I wheeled my wheelchair, approaching the taxi. Then the driver said to me, "Where do you think you're gonna put your thing?" I said, "No, my chair. Then you can fold it and put it there. As in daily basis, I use taxis." Then I wheeled my wheelchair, going to the taxi. Then he said, "I don't deal with disabled people." But then he put it in Sepedi. I deal at the hall. While he realized that I was writing a plate, he said to me, "Who the hell do you think you are?"
He drove off, leaving Part1 stranded and humiliated.
Then that made me, feel, real that, my right to human dignity, it's really violated.
Part1 wrote to the Mamelodi Amalgamated Taxi Association.
Yes, it's true. I received a letter from Mr. Nkuna. He was complaining with the taxi that the treatment wasn't so good to him. So I've tried to get the owner of that taxi, but I couldn't get that man.
And they said to me, the owner doesn't have a cell phone, of which that was strange to me. I became very surprised. I even, I told him, said, "No, I really don't believe that. If the driver experiences a problem along the road, how does he communicate with the owner?"
Part1 took his grievance further, writing to the Department of Transport.
We do have an issue of attitude, not only of taxi operators, but a lot of public transport users who are impatient with people with disabilities. And I think that attitude needs to change.
Taxi owners claim that their problem is more than just attitude.
Rata go bana metsa my sister but a go lebella sela ka mkhosi ya gileng ga ona re ka se gona na metsa batho ba wheelchair because I want space mo le pele space a ona ke se senyane ga golo ka se be ya tsena wheelchair mo.
It's quite difficult, especially if then we are rejected in a public transport whereby that the word itself public transport it covers me as I'm part of the public. If I'm rejected, it make me feel as if like am I, like, I ask myself questions, am I really a human being? Am I really a South African? All those things, actually even like my performance at work, it really disturbs it.
Pintius has also taken his complaints up with the local ward councillor. The street he lives on is impossible to navigate.
My case here, as a person who's living here in this informal settlement, then my problem is like moving free here. Then I wrote this letter to our councillor, Ms. Khashane, indicating like my problem here.
Yes, patients did write a petition to me as a ward councillor, and then I took it to our department, to the petition department. But the department is still dealing with the issue. In the case of the road, the department is still busy working on it. I can't promise to say we are going to do anything at the moment.
Coming up after the break, we're told the rights of the disabled are simply not a priority. This part of our community faces, we focus on the stories of 3 people. Our next tale is that of a blind man who faces danger every day simply by walking in his township.